First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set! Blue 60! Hey, let's get this! Undercrunch! Hey! He's mine! What happened?
On first down, Swift. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Pick it up! 45. Hey, 22! Let's go, defense. Middle. Kill.
Here's Stafford. He finds a rookie from Iowa, T.J. Hockenson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Brady going to throw. Going to air it out deep for Gronkowski. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down,
Caused all of that.
it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jason Pierre-Paul able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Hey, high 7. Alert. Kill. High 70. Kill. Turn up. Check it back. 0.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 yards for the Lions there and a first down.
50.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
45. Go. Check 45 the mic. Check 45 the mic. Hey, 5-0. Watch the slant.
On first down, Stafford here. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey. Alert. Smooth. 45 the mic. Oh, get it, punt.
Throwing again. Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
45, Mike, 45. Hey, give me radar. 53, ready. Shift.
Again, it's Stafford. Got a man, it's Amendola. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. And to give this time to the tailback. Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler, 6 of the last 7 years in there to make the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Hurry! 45 the mic. 45. 45 the mic.
From the 36, Stafford completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
42. 45. Hey, Steve 6. Check 45.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Stay 50. Hey, middle. Hey, Haywood. Hey, easy.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
Get ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. These two teams all tied after one. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, 66. Check it, reload.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And this is caught by Evans. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Tackle made by the 3rd-round pick out of Louisiana, Tracy Walker.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Check. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong foot. Check it. Hey, switch gears. Fofo's to Mike. Mike's Fofo.
Now Brady. And that will be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 20. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Check 13. Check.
Hurry. Back. Zebra.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
80. 21.
Check 45 the mic.
Bravo.
The mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
White.
Watch the screen.
Here we go. Look at
Throwing on second down. Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Lions on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Hey, Foxtrot. Hey, 5-0.
You got tight right there.
What happened?
Throwing is Stafford. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mark that down as an 85-yard punt return. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is, can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Check.
They'll run on first down. Swift. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Kill. Check. Crunch.
Omaha, ready to move.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Stafford on first down. And he's got Amendola on the connection. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Tighten up. 49. Check 49.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
21.
He's checking Craig. Save.
32. Hey, give me radar.
Alert 3.
Hey, Alpha.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. On first down, Swift. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
53, ready, right.
He's coming, double up. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
On second down, Swift. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Prater for the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Let's go, boys, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. It's been a long day for you.
48, echo.
Check.
Throwing now is Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Let's go, come on, man, pick it up.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, that's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. He's checking.
Check it, reload.
On play action, now Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Kill.
Omaha, ready to move.
6 guys. Check 6.
X3, 218, chopper.
25. Check 25.
Hey. Look at him.
On first down, it's Stafford. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Extra point good by Prater. And that will make this a 4-point game. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
55. 50.
On second and 12, Brady airing this one out for Evans. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
They wanted, they expected, they needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run on first down. Swift. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
10. Hey, Charlie.
45.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. Jones has it. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Stafford now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Here's Stafford. He completes it to Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Hey, Mike 7. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
45. Mike 45.
Now it's Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. And to give this time to the tailback. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the red zone now, Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Stafford. Amendola's got it, complete. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Stafford looks to throw again. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Desmond Trufant with a sack. The corner blitz hits home. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Stafford. And an alley to run. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Now a play fake. Brady letting one go deep here for Grunt. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
No.
Hey, Haywood. General West.
I'm coming after you.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford escaping the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got to bracket it out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, wahoo!
Hey, 45 is mine, 45. Hey, get in the way.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. It's caught, Jones. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Hey, alert three. Watch twist.
10. Big 20. Bravo. Let's go.
45 to mine. Here we go.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Regular. Hey, check it.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Jarrett Davis, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Brady. That's caught by Howard. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Here's Brady. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Undercross. 61. Match box. Ozzy.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, We picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Switch. 21. 40 got. Monday.
Hey, Alpha.
Kill.
Double right.
Kill. Turn up. Check the backer.
Check.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Flushed out right. He's going to air it out deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
On 1st down, it's Jones. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On play action, it's Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the 4th quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The 4th quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. From the 27th, Stafford eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Hey, exit.
Let's go. Hey. I don't even know why this team showed up. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike.
Out of the gun, Stafford. This complete to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Drill right, 22.
45 to Mike. Check 45.
Hey, echo.
Push him back.
Hey, easy. White.
45. Mike.
Stafford on first down. Open man is Galladay, complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. Back to throw. Flush to his right. And he's got Amendola on the connection. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 22 yards there, a first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route, that's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Jones has it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
11. Man up, deep. Check 13. Back.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Spawn. 80 weapon. No.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He couldn't hook up with Amendola there.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Tampa Bay, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.